Well, I finally decided who should be the new Batman in the DCU. This is the Sox Rocker Show. Well, hello, and welcome to the show. Now, if you watch the opener, then you realize that, of course, that I am not the Batman. Although for many years as a youth, I surely wanted to be. Batman comics were my life for many a day, you see. And obviously, if you look around my office today, well, you'll see that I still have, well, an obsession of sorts. But this show is not about my childhood memories or my current Batman purchases, of which there are many, but about who should and or will play the next Dark Knight in the films. Now, if I had my choice, Ben Affleck would remain as Gotham's one true savior, but as we all know, that's just not going to happen. Gunn don't want him, and I'm pretty damn sure that it's safe to say that Ben don't want Gunn either. I mean, who would? And so I asked, just who should be the next Batman? Now, at one point, Armie Hammer was pegged to be Bruce Wayne in the defunct George Miller Justice League Mortal movie, and I personally think he would still be a good choice, you know, even with those debunked rumors of wanted cannibalism. He's older now, so he'd make a great, older, crankier Bruce Wayne, and who wouldn't be cranky after being accused of, well, wanting to eat his girlfriend? Hey, if James Gunn can be forgiven for every crass rumor that he has had thrown his way over the years, then why not Armie Hammer? Hell, they even made a cowl for him back in the day that I'm sure still fits. And so if not Armie, then who? Well, some say Bradley Cooper. I say hell no. I hope not, and for one reason only, I think he would look dumb in the cowl. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion, and it's my show, so. Now, someone who's high on the list of those who think should be Batman is Jensen Ackles, and I gotta admit, I could see it. Hell, he even voiced Batman in animation a few times, and he's the right age to be mentoring whomever plays Robin, so yeah, I could see him suiting up. I've heard many people mention the current dull actor of the moment, Timothy Chalamet, and I will not even give a response to that idea. In fact, I ain't even posting his picture. Jake Gyllenhaal, well, he's been mentioned quite a bit. Yeah, he could do it and probably do a damn good job at it. But with having played Bubble Boy, I just don't know if I could get it out of my head. Alan Ritchson from the Reacher series has been mentioned. How he even lobbied for the role for a while, and we all know that he's capable of kicking many asses at once. So I guess I could see that too, and there are others. Far too many to list here. But having seen how little Jimmy Gunn operates, you know, hiring the same actors, and the same family members, we can't forget about them, over and over and over again, well, my mind is made up. It will be this guy. I'm sure of it. Chris Pratt. Yeah, I know what you're thinking of his socks. You said he'd be Hal Jordan. You don't know nothing. Well, no, I didn't. I said he would make a good Hal Jordan, and that I could see him in the role, and only if he was on the big screen and not TV, which I knew wouldn't happen because right now at this time he's too high profile. But Batman, I see him doing, and for a few reasons. One, Batman is going to be older and still mentoring Robin, so yeah, he'll be older, wittier, and more than likely spit out sarcasm, one-liners, all while being a hero and kicking asses, you know, not unlike, say, Star-Lord and damn near everyone he ever came in contact with. See where I'm going with this? Another reason I think is that Gunn is going for the lighter, brighter heroes riding off into the sunset on another adventure while smiling and laughing all the way. Movie-making formula has made him a multi-millionaire, just like he did at the House of the Mouse. And I might add how WB wants the MCU to be like, which is why I now call it the MCDCU in my mind. He's doing with Superman, and he will do it with Batman. But Socks, Gunn isn't directing Batman Brave and the Bold. Andy Muschietti is supposed to, yes. That's what they say, but this is the dude that brought us the worst theatrical DC release in freaking history, The Flash, for Pete's sake. And for the love of God, I hope they change their freaking minds. But if they insist on having to make a mockery out of Batman, I'm sure that Gunn at the very least will be a major part of casting, writing, and producing the film. The man is a narcissist. That's what narcissists do. They control everything. He will probably pick the caterer as well. Which leads me to the final reason I think Pratt will be Batman. He was seen by the entire universe on the set of Gunn's Superman watching the latest dailies, and that's no secret. He's been quoted as saying when asked about jumping over to the DC, I would be more than happy to be in the DCU. There's always a chance. And even Gunn himself has said in regards to Pratt doing so, he's a close personal friend. We talk about it all the time. There is no way that Chris Pratt would be offered or even take a minor role in the DCU. No way in hell. It would have to be one hell of a major role, and as far as DC popularity goes, there is no one bigger or more popular than the Batman. Sorry, Soups, it's the truth. The numbers don't lie. Superman may be the strongest and the most important, but Bats is the man. And so there you have it. I have made my case. Chris Pratt will be Batman in James Gunn's DCU for no other reasons than that he is popular, he looks the part in the scheme of things, and he is James Gunn's friend after all. Now that wasn't so hard to figure out, now was it? And now so it seems that Josh Brolin said nope, I don't want to be no old Hal Jordan, and apparently so did Matthew McConaughey. And I have to admit, both of them turning it down doesn't surprise me much, really. I mean, Brolin's last foray into series television with that show about that big hole in the ground that everyone kept jumping into, I didn't get it, on Prime didn't fare so well. It was canceled recently, and I never thought that Big Mac would do it either. As I said in my last show, I just don't see him flying around the galaxy wearing a mask and green tights. He's too high profile of an actor these days to do it. Besides, he needs to be doing a sequel to his best movie, The Lincoln Lawyer. How I wish. And so the money now is on Timothy Olyphant, who I think could do it for sure, but would he? I think he might have the same aversion to the whole tights and mask thing as Mac, but you never know. And hey, there's always Armie Hammer. Will someone please give him a freaking role? I mean, the poor guy had to sell his pickup truck, for crying out loud, because he could no longer afford the gas. Well, that's it for this show, folks. Feel free to leave any comments that you may have in the section down below. Who do you think will be Gotham's Dark Knight? Will it be Chris Pratt? And how would you feel if it was? Who do you think will finally be Hal Jordan in HBO's Green Lantern series? And do you think Armie Hammer will ever be able to buy gas again? Thanks so much for stopping by. And if you like the show even just a little bit, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And as always, God bless. Thanks again.